What's up, YouTube? So the other night was a long night and frustration. TF Works let us know that they don't have true directions for a CD009 or CD008 transmission, so they actually sent us all the instructions for a ZF trans. So now we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. As you can see right now, the mounts are way too far off. We have the transmission supported with a smaller jack right now. We got the trans bushing on. The mount is also loosely on. The holes are way off. We need to push everything back. Obviously you can see about... All right, GoPro died. So back to what I was saying the other night. We had this issue where this was hitting the firewall right here. So there's a little bulge right here, and then there's this big bulge right over here. So it's kind of hindering us. So we may have to either pound this flat or just cut it out and put some flat sheet metal here at a later time. We'll see. See if that becomes a problem once the trans mount's actually on, because their instructions state to bolt the motor mounts, then the trans mount, but in this case the trans mount actually needs to go first, and that's what their technician also said. He goes, do the trans mount first and then see where this is at. So I feel like we're the first people to be doing this. I don't know what's going on. So right now we are going to have to actually cut the trans tunnel where the shifter pokes through. Right now it's in a good spot, but of course, you know, it doesn't fit right there, so we have to actually cut this back probably 1/2 inch to 1 inch.
Between the two holes?
Yeah, just between the two holes. We're not going to get rid of the mounting holes. So right here, we got to cut this back, notch it. I'm going to mark it with a marker first, and then we'll cut it. And then we'll see if we can get the trans mount in the right location, so we could use the slotted holes.
Holy shit.
And, yeah. Okay, so the motor's in. Motor mounts ended up lining up once the trans mount was in. So that was the backwards part of the instructions. Is just
end up lining up after you cut the...
Oh well, yeah. Let me go back and show you. Let's show what we had to do on the inside after I discussed that earlier. So you do need to cut this back quite a bit. Basically to the carpet. There's a piece of carpet that goes across here. You just cut it back to the carpet. It's open on this side really good. It's a little snug over there, but I'm just gonna open that up a little bit more when we take the trans out again. But that's in. That's how it's supposed to sit.
I think it's up in there.
Yeah. It's up into the body. And then this is a pain in the ass to get that one in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it goes in, and then same thing on this side, pretty easy. And then same thing, trans mount, all 4 into the slotted holes. We ended up adding a washer because the flange bolts they give you are a little close to the clearances there. We didn't want to fuck up the mount. So everything's snugged. You got to use the new M18 Milwaukee mid-torque. Thing's a beast. And yeah, so motor mounts on, trans mounts on, trans bushings on, everything's tight. Still have some random hardware that we have no idea where this hardware goes, but apparently neither does TF Works. They don't know where it goes either. We're the pioneers. So I think we're gonna, what did you say you wanted to do? You wanted to do the exhaust manifold, intake manifold?
Yeah, we can do that today or tomorrow.
We can do it tomorrow.
Just call this a win.
Yeah, we're gonna call today as a success.
We don't want to get pissed off and
No.
something else doesn't line up.
Exactly.
Kill myself. Don't call it suicide hotline on me, please.
Oh, open the garage door. But yeah, so we don't have to clearance the firewall realistically.
Didn't have to. On a CD008, I can't speak for the 9.
Yeah, CD008 I think is different, because even this, like, this was unnecessary, like all this banging, because this was down like another inch.
Yeah,
he like yeeted this to go up, but I mean it's good to have more room, I guess, but it's like way too much room.
Yeah, I mean, because the durometer on the bushing is only 65 on all.
Yeah, so there's some movement still, so you don't want to have anything too close. Like, I mean, the motor's still pretty close, so we might actually end up cutting this and welding in something flat. And this is kind of bows out right here, so we could probably knock that back a little bit before we weld it. But I think that might be a good idea still to do that. I'm going to mark it again with the marker.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to get like an Allen key back there.
Yeah, like God forbid you have to replace that housing or something like that. You know, pull the whole motor out.
Yeah.
We didn't put the bushings in for the rack, so we're going to wait to do that when we get it back from fab. Because the guy's going to make pipes and modify the, what is it, the Skunk 2 manifold you have?
Yeah. We're going to make the flange go straight.
Yeah, so like right now the Skunk 2 intake manifold goes this way, but we want it to either be straight or cock this way. I think maybe going this way might be a better idea.
Just depends where the intercooler pipe.
Yeah, I guess. So let him make the decision on that. Yeah, everything else is coming together.
That's nice.
Love it when a plan comes together.
We still had to fuck this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, it's true.
That nipple was still in.
Yeah, like we have the factory valve cover on still, so this needed to get jacked up. But once the motor comes out, I'm gonna cut this back and radius it a little bit, make it look nice and OEM. I might just do the whole piece, like from here to here, and just. Zzz.
That's why you see people putting these in the car and they don't have a valve cover on it.
Yeah, because it hits.
Which is still like
Boat.
anything. A feather flies in from outside into the valve train. Like
It's over.
that's still pretty ballsy. But they're also like usually they're in a shop.
Still, shops are dirty.
Cleaner air. Yeah, someone in the back's fucking
Like grinding,
doing fiberglass work.
throwing pennies through the air. And then we've got a couple things that need to be removed when we move the dash. Got to plug some stuff for the AC. We're gonna get rid of the wipers. Plug that. We're gonna have to pop off your VIN plate before we paint. Once the dash comes out, we'll pull the master cylinder out.
Pull the brake lines out.
Yeah.
I got the chase bays.
But we'll do that when he comes back from fab, though, because we don't want him to not have brakes when he's moving it around. The guy's gonna go hit the brakes and be like, "Oh!" What happened to your car? I got hit by a cat bus going down Sahara.
It already looks like it's totaled. Look at all this shit.
I know. Fuck.
Were these bent in before? Was this from us? There's no way.
I think those are like that already. It's like exact on both sides. Oh, you know what? That could have been from us smacking it with the hammer to get it off.
It's the same on both sides.
Yeah, but we were hitting both the same spots with the mallet. It's no big deal. And we're gonna get a little aluminum Bondo, steel Bondo, whatever they have, and fill all this shit in nice and smooth.
It's possible that the rad now fits into one of these holes. It's possible that they didn't put pegs on this on purpose, based on the.
I mean, it might be the same location because this is still a factory bolt location. We still only have 2 bolts in here, by the way, but yeah, it could be that this lines up where the factory one was, and all you have to do is get the bushing, and it just drops right into there.
It's possible.
Or when he goes to put it in, if it drops into one of those, then you could just get a bushing that fits. You can always do this too. Instead of like a factory style bushing, we could always put an O-ring grommet, and then just. Yeah, demonetized for that for sure.
Yeah, we can run the wires through there.
Damn, bro, is that a chrome knock sensor?
There's a hole there already for wiring to come through.
So we could do that, yeah. Figure that all out later. Yeah, it's a win. Let's go smoke some hookah and have a drink. You want to put the car back down on the ground?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll do that, and then we're done.